I know that there's a country voice in their opinion right now. I don't know if you heard about it this week, but it's not just Ubisoft who continues to prioritize, pushing
Yeah.
out more monetized content, but Germany this week pushed a reform to add, quote, loot box warning to video game ratings. So do you agree with Germany that loot box mechanism is creating a gambling like environment for young gamers? Because to me, when I think about loot boxes, it's like with Apex or playing EA FIFA and you're trying to get that best player and you're paying for the loot box. It's like almost buying a scratcher. You're literally scratching in and you're basically hoping that you get the player that you paid for.
That's asking the same thing as Vegas. Okay, do we still need a Vegas? At one point in our lives as adults, we have to exercise our own responsibility to gamble, to use our money in a random fashion, the way we see fit, and that's okay. Now there's a psychological, ethical dilemma here. Is that pressing into the psychology of addictive hooks, of addictive sort of processes in which a lot of loot boxes do utilize in order to feed that to feed the give and hopefully get something epic in return. We have to ethically use that. So from my perspective, we should not be targeting children with that sort of gambling, sort of psychological sort of marketability here. That's not for children to decide. They're still very impressionable. So we, as publishers, as game makers, need to better identify how we activate our audiences and when those products or those services are available and to who, and put the right mechanisms in place for the adults, the parents, to put proper limitations so our children aren't a suspect of that.
Yeah, I mean, because I just think about, like I said again, EA Sports. It's with the FIFA, Madden Ultimate Team. You got Apex Legends, which I'm a big fan of. I always love opening up those Apex packs, but I'm literally thinking that this is something that shouldn't be available for kids, truthfully. And I'll tell you another example that's not like loot box, but it's just as much of that addictive hook that you were talking about. And let me break it down for all the listeners there, because there is no doubt that there is a level of addiction with video games when store tabs like Fortnite, for example, continuously cycle through their microtransaction content every 24 hours, making young gamers addicted to push their money forward to get it. And I don't even pay real money for video game skins. Even when I love my game Fall Guys, that's my game there. It's like Mario Party, okay? I love it, but I'm so addicted to want to log in every day, even if I don't even play a little game show. Like, it's that addictive. And do you see that being a problem with Fortnite?
Look, these games we develop these days are so immersive. They really are. And there are a lot of addictive things. There's the reward loops. There's the feeling of satisfaction. This is what makes games fun. There's the conflict that's presented and a challenge that we overcome. And there's that dopamine hit when we do overcome that. That's inherent with video games. But to what point are we extorting it? That's the question. And that's the morality standards that we need to uphold, not only as someone in the gaming industry, but even as just a player. We need to uphold our developers too. No, we should not be very aggressive with our addictive hooks in there. But at the same time, that does make for a fun experience.
Okay, so I'm going to say, if I was a CEO, I would fire you.
Ooh!
Why is
that?
I'd be like, hey, that's their responsibility to get their help and the parent to turn off the internet if they need to. Let's go ahead and make that $dollar bill.
That is a great. No, this is a great segue, Marissa.
I was gonna say, I am that person. It's like,
Marissa, this is. I'm so glad you made that comment, because that is such a great segue.
I now hate
because
Marissa.
I mean, literally last year I was reading that a 14-year-old teen spent $20,000 on Fortnite and Twitch over 17 days, and her bank told the mother that unless you press charges against your son, the transaction will not be regarded as fraudulent and you won't be able to get the refund. And can we show this clip?
Hold on, let's return to this. How do you have 40,000 V-Bucks?
I saved up my money.
The most V-Bucks that I've ever had was 10,000. You have a credit card?
No. It's somebody else's.
Junior, don't play. Whose is it? Is that mine? What the?
No, it's not yours.
It's your mom's!
Yeah, no.
Wait, you bought it with your mom's credit card? No, when?
Literally today. Like,
shut the hell up.
Because
No,
no,
I bought skins.
what did you buy?
I bought skins.
Me and the skins.
Skins,
What
yeah,
about
yeah,
it?
it's okay.
$400 worth of skins in one day. Okay. And this is my problem because everybody knows I'm a video gamer. I used to remember having my little PSP. I used to run around the block trying to find free internet access just so I could play Medal of Honor. Yeah, people probably don't even remember that game. For all the millennials out there,
I
they
do.
shout out
Actually
to you,
do.
fam.
Older millennial.
So like I say, CEO Marissa, what's your response to that video?
Yeah, what's your response,
honestly,
Marissa?
I would press charges against my kid. I did jail time.
Oh.
It made me not go out and keep fighting.
Okay, that's not a
And I'm gonna tell you
solution.
right
I'm gonna
now,
cut you off. No, that's
I
not
have
a
no
solution.
problem. I would whoop
I
my
got a
kid's ass.
solution.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't believe in like beating children. First off, but you steal that much money from me and you're that old. Oh, you're getting your ass whipped.
But
And
okay,
on top of that, I'll go ahead and press charges and go
But
to
Marissa,
community
the
service
thing
and
is,
pay it back.
Fortnite is a free game, yet Epic Games is manipulating children to spend
don't care.
real world
You know
money
what?
on
No,
virtual
I don't-
game.
no,
No,
at
let
the
me
end of the
finish.
day-
Let me finish.
At the
Hold
end
on,
of the
hold on,
day,
hold on.
I am the parent.
Marissa,
At
let
the end
me
of the day,
finish.
Chris, at the end of the day, I am the parent. It is my responsibility to govern
Marissa,
my child. Get
oh my gosh,
child to have morals and ethics. And if my child steers off that path, it is my responsibility
okay,
to go ahead and discipline
let me
them.
throw this at Dan because literally everything nowadays requires a two-way factor authentication.
Good.
Do you think that needs to be required in buying virtual coins on video games? Because obviously the parental control features aren't working. There's no, I literally saw a YouTube video of a 14-year-old kid showing how he stole his parents' account, shows the whole process, and he's still getting paid promotions on YouTube.
So look, as much as Marissa is fired up, I think this is also showing a great example of depending on where you sit on the side of the fence is how you're affected by it, and it depends on your perspective, right? It really does shape the way that you see this issue. And I'm sitting right here in the middle as a player myself, as someone who thinks socially, social responsibility. That I want to provide the tools for an adult to act responsibly in the way they see fit, but also keep and uphold our children to proper responsibilities and buying habits, So this is a learning moment for our children that money does not grow on trees, that is hard earned, and that you need to spend this responsibly. Now, we have to provide the tools as a publisher or developer to properly enforce that, to allow agency to our players to do that. But as CEO Marissa said, I'm here to make money. I'm here no matter what way. I'm here to give a value to someone who wants to open up their wallet and give us their money. So at the same time, we have to balance.
And we're going to find out because last month, a California mom named Jillian Williams is suing Epic Games because she's describing the video game as heroin for kids. The company makes $2.5 billion and 83% of their skins and the emotes that kids buy, even adults too, 83% of that is their revenue. Insane.